And our mutual friend Glenn Greenwald has been pointing out that it's very normal for the cheerleading to happen after an action like this. There's like a froth that builds up amongst the media. We love our military. We're proud of our guys for, superbly executing such a difficult and dangerous mission. Of course we are. And we're proud of the United States of America for being able to do that in a way that probably no other country can. But that doesn't really answer the bigger question about how is this going to come back to haunt us? And not just us, but our kids, our children.
Yes, because it's people on the ground who have to pay the price of these decisions made from above. I mean, how many people lost their lives in Vietnam and so many other countless wars that were a disaster for everybody involved. And if you look at some of the reasons that we get, so another reason, a major one that the Trump administration claims is Maduro is a narco trafficker. I mean, Megyn, you have a legal background. I'd be curious your thoughts if you've on the indictment and the strength of it. I mean, I noticed that one of the counts that Maduro faces is possession of machine guns, which I don't understand. I mean, first of all, I don't understand why it's a big concern for the U.S. that Maduro has machine guns, and to me, it speaks to kind of this not being such a robust indictment. But he's accused of being a narco trafficker, and again, I don't think the evidence supports that. And it's also a harder case to make when Trump recently pardoned a convicted narco trafficker in the same court that indicted Maduro. And in the New York court, Juan Orlando Hernandez, the former president of Honduras, he was found to take a bribe from a cartel, $1 million. He was caught on tape vowing to stuff the drugs up the gringos' noses, quoting him. There was a prison murder tied to his case, and Trump pardoned him. So this strikes me as as we saw with Iraq, the pretext there.
Pretextual.
Yes. The pretext there was Iraq WMDs, which didn't exist. And I think we're following a very similar playbook here.
I agree that it's pretextual. It is about regime change. And I think he was being honest, though, when he said it's the Don Road doctrine. That I believe. And if you look at that, I haven't spent a lot of time studying the Monroe Doctrine, I'm going to be honest, from our fifth president, that basically said, not in our hemisphere. Not in our hemisphere. You're not going to, at the time it was Europe, you're not going to come and colonize anything in the Western Hemisphere, period. And we'll fight you if you do. And we did. We enforced that over years. And I was just kind of researching this morning, what was the constitutional authority for that? There wasn't really any. We kind of just made it up and said, we're just not going to allow it. And we've been doing it for 200 years now and getting away with it. And so I kind of understand his decision that forget the narco-terrorism stuff. He had to use that as a pretext to get around congressional approval and all the other, legal requirements that would be there if this were actually declared a war or a military invasion or incursion of some sort.